Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning to all East West international students. Today, on the subject of study skills, we are going to lecture on the topic 2. So, goal setting. Goal setting. So, in your study skill, one of the component that you need to do is goal setting. So, what is goal setting? So let us go through the slides. May I explain to you? So the learning objective for this goal setting topic, characteristic of the goals, identify academic and personal goals, setting goals for the new semester, writing effective goal statement. We'll go through this objective one by one. Okay, number one, characteristic of goal. So we have acronym SMART, S-M-A-R-T. So this is the characteristic of goal. Number one, it must be specific. Like you see when people play football, what is their specific goal? To shoot the ball into the goal lah. Simple as that. So now what is your goal? You're not shooting anything to the goal post, but the goal post you have to do yourself. You make your own goal post, and how are you going to score to the goal post? Your objective of learning, the study skill that you want to do. So number one is must be specific. So to do specific, you need to do planning. In implementations of your goal, there are two parts of it. 20% is the planning, 80% is the execution or the implementation of your goals. Remember again, 20% is the planning, then the 80% is the implementation of the goal. So 20% is very, very important. If you plan properly, that 20% of your planning is very precise and very comprehensive. So when you implement your goals, you definitely will have a specific implementation of the goal. But if your planning is very vague, you don't know where you're going to heading, then same like your people playing football, you miss the goal. You score the ball, but you go outside the goal post. So must be specific what you want to do with the goals of your study. And the important part is the planning part, 20%. Of the whole planning is 20% planning, and the balance 80% is the implementation of your goal. After you have that planning, specific planning, then you have to measurable, must be measurable. For example, this planning, it can be same like when you're in school, the teacher will give you the timetable. So the timetable is the planning. So you have to follow the timetable. So here when you have the planning or equivalent to timetable in school days, then you can measure, because you have the timetable, you can measure the implementation and the successful of your planning. So to make it measurable, you must have a proper timeline, or we call it timetable. And then number 3, must be attainable. So your planning cannot be too superficial that is not attainable, cannot be achieved. So you need to do the planning that is achievable, that is attainable. So if you plan it too much and you cannot attain it at the end of the day, then the whole goal is not going to be achieved. And then relevance. You must plan in the planning what are the relevance to your study or to the chapter only. You don't have to plan for the whole book, for example. You need to plan for only the chapter that lecturer is going to give you the lecture. So you must be relevant to your current situation. So if that's not relevant to the current goal, and then there's no point for you to put it there, because even you achieve the relevance, that relevancy that you put down there, but it's not going to achieve the overall goal. So this is again, you must be specific lah, yeah, and then timely. So timely because like here we have one semester, 14 weeks. So you have to plan for the semester for the 14 weeks together with those lecture timetable which they given you. For 14 weeks, normally the lecture already give you the timetable. First week, what you're going to study, second, third, until the end. Yeah? If there's any in between exam or whatever exercise you need to do. So you have these 5 smart characteristic to start with. That is already good enough for you to plan for your goal. So it must be clear, clear written goal. Yeah? People with clear written goals accomplish far more than a shorter period of time than people without them can ever imagine. So if you have a proper specific plan goal, you can achieve your you achieve your objective at a shorter period, which compared to your friend which didn't plan any of his goal. This is so many study has been conducted. There's no point for me to repeat it here, but the summary is that you can find anywhere those people who plan the goals specifically, they achieve for a shorter period of time the success than those people or those students which did not plan at all their study. You can Google in YouTube, you can see how this result has been done from specific research by people, comparable with people with clear goals and people without goals. Okay, of course, you need to measure from the goals you set up, the timetable or the timeline you set up. Let's say you need to read 3 chapters for the first week, then the other 2 chapters in the books the second week. So you measure yourself whether you achieve the goal or not. But definitely you can be setting goals to read the whole book in 1 week. That is superficial lah. It cannot be achieved. So no point putting in the goals down there. You put in a timeline, I need to read the whole book within a week. That cannot lah. Because it's when you measure, definitely you need to achieve it. Yeah. That is attainable. That means your goal should stretch you while still being achievable. So as I said, you want to read the textbook or the notes, you must plan for the whole 14 weeks lah. Yeah. Then relevant. Does it fit in your life? A goal should be relevant to your life now. This is an important thing. 24 hours, what you have to do in your life. Sure, you have to go and eat, sleep, and exercise, and all the other things. So maybe for the study period, your goal is maybe 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. So you have to slot your 3 or 4 hours a day. And please remember, you cannot be sitting 4 hours a day or 3 hours a day study. It doesn't going to help you because you'll be tired, your brain will be tired, you'll be sleepy. So the standard time people do the study is every 25 minutes you take a break. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes to go to the toilets, to make some coffee, walk around, and then you come back to study. Then that is the best way for you to achieve your goals. Not totally sit 4 hours in front of your book or in front of your computer. It's not going to help. You're going to be tired and you'll be reading maybe, but you don't understand. So make sure what you want to read is understandable. If you don't understand what you read, no point reading. Yeah, better go and sleep first. Okay. Then time bound. Then the deadline lah. You need to start and to finish. Like you're saying to running a 400 meters lah. How are you going to start? How are you going to finish? Yeah. For example, those school days when you run 400 meters, you have to start slow first, then pick up, and then towards the end, you have to run faster. That strategy may be also applicable in your study. Yeah. So you have to start slow first, because if you start too fast in the beginning, maybe halfway you drop dead already. You're tired. So make sure your body can accommodate to the planning that you do with your timeline and your deadline. Yeah. So this is goals that you need to plan, and this is how you plan it. So if you can plan it this way, that's good enough for you as a student for the time being. Well, you can do it more than that if you want, but this is the basic thing that we are teaching you. You can achieve this, is good already, not to worry. Yeah. Okay, then you can prepare your own timetable or calendar or kind of thing. So, like goal setter. What your goal? Your goal is going to complete the diploma at our college. Your reward? Well, sure, your reward at the end of the day, you get our certification, your degree, your diploma. That is for your passage, your next step to take your degree, or to take your other educational programs. And then you can record there which year your first milestone you're going to achieve your diploma. Second, after that, what you going to do? You want to take degree, or you want to take other things, or you want to work first? So you can put in your milestone there. Yeah? So all these things, you not only can plan your goals for 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, or even your lifetime. Yeah? So it's up to you. But we are teaching you how to plan your goal. It can be for a 1 week, it can be for a whole semester, it can be the whole year, it can be your whole life. So we have the formatting down there for you to plan and go according to the chart that we have given to you. That will be good enough for you to start with. You can add on if you want, there's no problem. But this what we're telling you is a basic thing, how you plan your goals. Okay, so we have also there how the calendar you can make use. This all we already simplify it. The best year for 1 year, how you going to plan it and do it. You don't have to look for other place already. You can use this in copy and start planning your goals. Save your time by looking the best chart, the best way of planning for your goal. Everything we give you down there. Okay, there's a cartoon there. So to look for knowledge, ilmu lah. Yeah? And then the best thing that you are lazy. Walau cobaan sentiasa menerpa, takkan ada kata-kata menyerah untuk menggapai cita-cita. So you as a student now, your objective is to have the knowledge to complete your study. That's the knowledge you are seeking to. But the problem is always with the student is the lazy, malas. Yeah. I have one joke I can tell you here. All the students in US College is very close to me. They call me as father here. They're so close. So when they don't come to class, those days we have face to face. Now, of course, online first. So I call a group of them from the same hostel, 10 of them. I said, why did you didn't come for a class yesterday? Standard answer, all of them. Overslept and they're lazy, malas. I said, that is the challenge. If I can invent a medicine, a vaccine, can inject any one of you, you become Superman, not malas. I think I become billionaire, you know. The problem is that nobody can create a vaccine, create a medicine that you take in the morning, suddenly you become like hero, superhero. Come to class, study the whole 8 hours and go back. That's until today, nobody can invent the medicine. If that medicine can be invented, we solve the problem of student failure and student malas. Maybe that's why the God, Allah never give anybody to invent the medicine, because that is where the tests are. The laziness is the test for you to success or not to success. Nothing else. Nothing else. Everything is there. We give you everything. In our college, private college, we give you so many things. The notes, the videos, the books, everything is there. You can't get in public university. Public university, everything you go look for yourself. You go look for yourself. The teacher down there is more lazy maybe, or whatever. But here, no. We want you to success. So we plan together with your goal, so that you don't waste time to look for the notes, to look for a book, to go to the library. Everything we given to do online already. You have your computer, you have your handphone, you can read all the notes, you can read all the charts, you can read all the books. So if you still malas, lazy, then bukan salah ibu mengandung lah. It's your problem. So the other person or your friend success is because they are not malas or they work hard than you. Because we have the same brain, they have the same two eyes, they have the same physical thing. Why he success, why you fail? It's just because you malas, dia tak malas. They have the same class, they have the same material that we give. They can get score higher mark, you fail for your mark. So macam mana? Yeah? So the laziness is the problem. We always connected this laziness for the devil lah. The devil is the only one in this world who will make you always lazy. The problem that you can see the devil lah, but here in the picture I show you the devil how you look lebih kurang. Yeah. Well, even in this program, so we have, they call it learning management system. Yeah, which we put everything inside there. The book, the e-book, the notes, the videos, not only our video, but also YouTube videos related to the subject. We all download there. Oh, sorry, we all upload it down there. So it's very you to use our learning management system to get all the material. You don't need to look for library. You don't need to go here and there to look for books. Everything is at your fingertip. So if you still cannot study compared to those my time, we have to walk miles to go, even many miles to walk to go to the public library or even the school library. They don't have enough books. Here through this online library, you got millions of books, millions, unlimited books. So for today's student who's still lazy, I'm sorry for you. Okay. Additional, it's self-instruction to deliver material to the student. This is what it says, through the LMS, everything we give you, or the lecture will give you. And on top of that, even now, which is not compulsory by the government, after the lecture, we still upload the lecture by the lecturer on that day. This is not compulsory, but we still upload. Because why? Two things. Number one, who overslept just now, who lazy just now, when they woke up, they still can listen to the lecture. So they don't miss the class. Second, for those who are slow learner, at least they want to see another 100 times the video, the lecture, they can still can watch it. But if it's to face, last time, after the class, out you go, lecture, out you go, you won't get anything. So for this COVID, you should thank the COVID, because of this, we now go online and we go even videotape and we give it to the student for them to watch again or listen again. And those who didn't attend can also listen to the lecture, which they missed. The only miss they cannot interact because they didn't attend. But still, it's better than nothing. Yeah. So for UiTM student, the learning management system is called iLearn. Now we have upgraded, they call it UFuture. Yeah? Is to help the student to increase the skill of technology use and improve knowledge acquisition and information sharing. Yeah? You can share also with your other friends from this thing, from this LMS. Yeah? All those material that we give you, no problem. This is example of the iLearn, or now we have it, we call it UFuture, updated one from the UiTM. Yeah? So this is how we look, the UFuture or iLearn, yeah? Just to show you what you can get inside the computer, the LMS lah. What I mean the LMS, they will teach you. Yeah? So, of course, at the end of the day, whether you're Muslim or not Muslim, we all believe that the parent prayer, one way or another, will help you to success. Ya. Berdoalah untuk ayah dan ibu, mereka adalah sumber ketenangan dari segala kegundahan hati. Here we said, you pray for your mother and father every day. But what do you get from that? When you pray for your parents, if it's answers by God, the God also pray back to you to help you back for your study and for your success in your journey. So the blessing of father and mother is also important in this learning process, in this study skill. We can see, I mean, you can look, research here and there. Those people which don't have close contact with their parents, and those people have very close contact with their parents, how successful they are. I am not saying those people like already parent pass away and those orphan, that is separate category at all. I'm talking the normal people who have their parents. Yeah. So remember, for whatever you do, not only study, anywhere you want to go or everything, pray for your parents and ask them to pray for you, doa for you, so that you are in a safe place, so that you can learn faster, so that you can success in your study, in setting up your goals to have your study completed in time. Yeah? So that's